Oh my gosh, it looks like the heavens are shining upon me. I am hopefully, assuming I stick to my plan of not taking a nap today because I need to stop napping. Going to watch Toy Story 4 tonight. So I will tell you my thoughts on it. I did briefly consider re-watching Toy Story 3 before I watched this because I think I've only seen Toy Story 3 once, and that was like right when it came out. But I think Toy Story 3 is like Lotso and stuff, right? Like I think I'll be fine. So, yes, hopefully I don't cry. I feel like Toy Story 3 was pretty emotional. So we'll see about Toy Story 4. But my plan is to read that or watch that. Whew. My plan is to watch it tonight. I don't know like anything about this. I know that Forky is in here. I've seen Forky. But that's really all I know. So I don't know the plot. Like, I don't even really understand where Forky comes from. I just know about Forky's existence. So we'll see how this goes. I have historically enjoyed the Toy Story sequels, but also, even though Toy Story 2 is my preferred Toy Story movie, I'm not sure that we needed the sequels, just like I feel about pretty much every sequel. So we shall see. I will update you when I'm done watching, or like mid-watch if I need to urgently update you. Hello. So I am still in my pajamas. I did in fact watch Toy Story 4 last night, but I went to bed like pretty much right after I watched it. So I'm here to update you today. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite. It may be my least favorite. I feel like I would have to rewatch Toy Story 1. And I think the only reason I don't like Toy Story 1 is because Sid freaks me out, which this movie also had that, because the minute Gabby, which I do remember her now, being a character, and her little ventriloquist doll henchman showed up, I like legit almost bailed. But yeah, also I have a fan on. Sorry if you can hear it, but it's hot, so I'm gonna leave it on. Anyways, this was a very Woody heavy movie, which I actually appreciated. I do like Woody as a character. And like we obviously still get a lot of other characters in it, although like I decided lack of Rex, who is one of my favorites. But Trixie did have several lines, and she is also one of my favorites. So, you know, always nice to see my girl Trixie. I have a pillow pet that is a blue like Triceratops, and I call her Fat Trixie because I got her around when Pitch Perfect came out. So she's named after both Fat Amy and Trixie. Anyways, so yes, Trixie means a lot to me. But yes, a very Woody heavy story. This movie did, it begs a lot of questions, you know, kind of like Cars, which, oh my gosh, there were I will be honest with you, I was crocheting while doing this, so like, I wasn't always actually like looking at the TV. There were several like Dynaco is like the gas station and stuff, and I feel like there was, the like grape soda pin and stuff. I feel like there was another one, but I can't remember what it was now. And I'm sure there are other Easter eggs to things, because Pixar loves to, I mean, the fact that Pixar and Taylor Swift teamed up for Toy Story 5 is like two lovers of Easter eggs coming together, for sure. But I do like that Pixar does that stuff. Like, all of these things take place like kind of in the same universe, or at least I choose to believe that. Forky's existence, I guess I've never really thought about why toys are alive and like everything, but then Forky is alive. And is Forky alive because Bonnie, like, would anything that a kid makes become a toy? Is it because she wrote her name on him? Like, what, do toys have souls? Like, I have so many questions. Do toys die? Like, do they legitimately die? Because, like, there is a toy in here that gets ripped in half by a cat, and he is still alive. So he obviously can survive great trauma. I don't know. These are a lot of questions. I did not expect to have. Forky was cute. Sometimes I was like a little over the like trash thing. It went on like a smidge too long for me. We're supposed to like Bo Peep, but I'm gonna be honest with you, and she kind of pissed me off. Like, in the very beginning, oh my gosh, almost cried. In the very beginning when RC, like, I mean, I knew they were gonna rescue him because of course they are, but I was like, we're starting the movie like this? Pixar, you do not have to start the movie with like drama like that. Ollie gives away the Bo Peep lamp, and Woody tries to rescue Bo, which like she's like, oh no, like, you know, we had to move on. But then she's like, oh, but toys like go missing all the time. And I was like, woman, like, you could just get out of the box and hide to stay with Woody, and you're not going to do that, but you are asking him to leave his kid. Like, no, that really made me mad. And then like later, like the way she was acting when they met again, like, I understand her being like free and all of that, like I get that, and like that's fine, but like he was trying to explain to her how important Forky was to Bonnie. And as a kid, maybe part of this is because I had a toy that was like my toy, and it was called Baby. It was a baby Cabbage Patch doll. And I will be honest, like, was it the toy or was it that it had a satin tag, which then I wore away and my stepmom would have to like sew on, like between her and my mom, they would like put new satin on it, because I was like I still give me satin, like I don't think I can wear satin because I would just be like compulsively, you know. And this was like my, like, I feel like people say like lovey now, like I took Baby everywhere. I sucked my thumb, and I sucked my left thumb. I sucked my thumb, and then I would like rub, and sometimes I would like rub Baby's like satin on like my lips and stuff. I wonder why the satin would fall apart all the time. And I did lose Baby. I found her. I still don't know how this happened. She ended up somehow in my mom's backyard, and we found her. I lost her in the winter, and we found her when the snow melted. And I did stop sucking my thumb because I lost Baby, because what was the point of sucking my thumb if I didn't have Baby, you know? So I did and I am attached to like certain stuffed animals and stuff I have. So, but Baby was like the one that went between like my parents' houses and everything. So maybe I just have a slight view of this. I think a lot of people had a toy like that. And that is Woody to Andy. And the fact that Bo would, like, that she would ask Woody to leave Andy, and then that she doesn't understand, and maybe it's because she was important to Bonnie. Like, she wasn't a toy, but she was important to Bonnie. But that Molly. But the fact that she doesn't understand what Andy is trying to tell her about Forky, and how Forky is so important to Bonnie, and Bonnie is, like, able to like progress as a child and stuff, really pissed me off, like, honestly. Just I mean, I think she came around, but like not enough in my opinion. So okay, I'm trying to think of other stuff. Oh my gosh, Key and Peele as like the rabbit and the duck. Stop it. They were freaking hilarious. And I would be curious, was that like written stuff, or was it like them riffing? Like, I don't watch a lot of Key and Peele, but like everything I've ever seen with them I found funny. So it would not surprise me if it was kind of like them just like coming up with stuff, a la like Robin Williams and like Aladdin and everything. That is something I think comedians are so good at. Not that other actors aren't good at ad-libbing and stuff, like they can be, but I think comedians, it's just like a different talent, which I don't have, you know, no. But so they were hilarious. I loved them. Can you buy stuffed animals of them? Because I do think they were very cute. I would low-key buy them. I don't think I've ever seen them, but, and them in like the end credit scene and stuff was, or like the kind of like start of the credits, I really liked those bits. That part was very good. Oh, I am very confused about how we get to Toy Story 5 from here, because I think I have seen a Toy Story 5 trailer, but I do know that Woody is in Toy Story 5. So how do these toys get together again? You know? And is Toy Story 5, are we still following Bonnie? Are we following a new kid? I do kind of like the idea that we have left Andy. As much as like Andy is a huge part of this and everything, I like that we're moving on. And I love the idea that toys can move on and still serve a purpose to to new kids, which is so true. They can. So I like that. But yes, I'm very curious about how we get to Toy Story 5, where these toys end up together again. So I don't know. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? So I did like it. I'd give it like a 3.5, maybe a 4-star. It's like there's things that I really didn't like. I mean, I'm not gonna hold the Gabby Yabby thing against the movie, because I think it's an interesting plot line and everything. It's just I am creeped out by that stuff. So like that's not a negative. It is a compelling story. I also didn't really care about it, but I did not love the Bo Peep parts. So like I liked parts of it. Oh my gosh, when Woody meets Bo Peep again and she's in her like little skunk car situation, which that's like obviously a remote control car that the sheep are driving, but it was a toy, right? Like RC, but it's not a sentient toy now. Like, questions. Anyways, I can't remember their names now because they were barely in it, but there were these like action figures, and they're like, oh, we're going over to a pinata thing, and like they kept like oh my gosh, the animation on this, because like they jumped, but like their like legs were like at a 90-degree angle, because like they're action figures and stuff. And like there's 3 of them, and 2 of them like they high five each other, they high five Woody, but then one he was getting left out. It was like such a small little bit, but like for some reason I was in fact like locked in during that part. So that was funny. I mean, it's sad, but funny. But yeah, so like 3.5, 4 stars. I think they make good Toy Story movies, but it definitely was not necessary. It's not Cars 3, I'll tell you that. Definitely not Cars 3. And I am interested in Toy Story 5 because I do know that there's like a tablet element to it and technology, and I am curious to see where that goes. I feel like it is supposed to be the villain, but historically, like in Toy Story 3, doesn't Lotso like come around kind of, and then in this one, Gabby also like kind of comes around. So is the tablet gonna stay the villain? Probably not. But yes. Okay, that's really it. So we are gonna move on. I guess I'm gonna go eat breakfast. So yes. The next movie is Onward, which I know barely anything about. I know it came out during COVID. I think this is kind of a talked about Pixar movie. I thought Soul was next, and honestly, I'm glad it's not, because I am terrified to watch that movie. But I feel like Onward is probably going to have some emotional elements as well. So we'll see. And I am behind on this, so I gotta watch it soon. But okay, I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Thanks for watching. Bye.